The new series of X Factor starts. Oh, it'll be 4 days, 11 hours, 45 minutes and 23 seconds. I would have thought.
There's no hype around it this time round, obviously. Here to give her expert opinion on this year's series, Katie, of course. We all love Katie Waissel.
And
our kids.
I know, I've stuck it a bit early for Katie Waissel. I'll just sit
Kate, don't put your arm round her. You get a very nasty injury with those things on her shoulders. I don't know how close in you can go.
Oh,
yeah, is it?
That is cool.
I'm just off to hospital straight after. I gave her a big hug and I've been lacerated.
Okay, we were just saying it is a year, which is, it's unbelievable where the 12 months has gone for you. Let's just remind yourselves of Katie's best bits in X Factor.
Cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race. Sex is on fire, fire. There she goes.
Oh, it was brilliant, that. I loved that one. I loved you doing that as well. I mean, it was a relatively tough period for you as well. As much as there were those highs, there were lots of lows for you. And I remember us talking about it on the sofa here during the time. I mean, what advice would you now give to this bunch going into X Factor, all completely ignorant and not quite knowing what they're getting themselves into?
I just think, you know, the best thing to do is just go with the flow and enjoy yourself and really take it for what it is. It's a great entertainment show and I've watched it every year, and now being on it, I'm still going to watch it. Can't wait to watch it on Saturday night. But, you know, the biggest piece of advice I can just basically give to anyone and everyone is the fact that, you know, the contestants that are on it aren't actors. They're not being paid. They haven't been cast or anything like that. They're your next door neighbour, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, whatever. Just normal people looking for a break. So I just think whatever way it goes, just to really take it for what it is, enjoy it and embrace it, and whatever will be, will be. Yeah.
So it's an odd thing, isn't it? Because most musical careers, you start off playing to no audiences, and if you're successful, you get bigger and bigger. In one day, you might get a 20 million TV audience.
Yeah.
But in fact, even if you win it, it's kind of in reverse with this, isn't it? Because you start off with the 20 million TV audience,
and
then it starts sort of going backwards for a short while.
Well, I think, you know, I think that's a really good point, because just, you know, if you win the X Factor or wherever you come in the show, I mean, that's really where the hard work starts, is when you leave the show. You know, and that's the thing that I was most looking forward to, being a songwriter and really getting stuck into the nitty-gritty of it. And it's about what you put into it, the effort you put into it. So yes, it's a great opportunity and a great platform, but then it's up to you as the artist, like you said, to put that hard work in and make of it what you will.
Yeah, of course. What do you think of the new judging lineup?
I think it's great. You know, I've always been a fan of Gary Barlow, and take that, massive fan, massive fan. Of
course.
And also with him being a singer and a songwriter, and everyone really, they're all got, you know, their ins in the industry and being kind of that side of stage. And I love Louis. I love Louis so much. I think it's going to be a really interesting take now, and hopefully it will just be more about the music.
Do you know that Kelly Rowland?
Yeah.
There? I've got the same hairdresser as her. It doesn't seem quite right, yes. It's my hair and Kelly Rowland's hair.
She does the whole gamut.
Yes, it's a he. It's a he, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
When you were talking about it did launch you, and that's how we grew to know you, but you've moved on so much now within the year. I mean, you've got your own band, new album coming up, so tell us about how it's going.
Yeah, for sure. So put a band together called Red Velvet Lovers, very rock and roll band. It's kind of theatrical, dirty, sexy rock and roll, darker side of Queen, very kind of Blondie, Joan Jett influenced.
That suits you.
Oh, it was just
your voice as well.
Thank you. It's just good. Obviously, I mean, it's something I've always wanted to do, and working with such an amazing team, and you know, given the opportunity to work with an amazing singer and songwriter and guitarist, Tommy Henriksen, who's Alice Cooper's guitarist, and we're going to be working with Andy Taylor, who's a Grammy award-winning writer from Duran Duran, and you know, touch wood, please God, it's all kicking off, and we've gone from literally, like you were saying before, riches to rags to rock and roll. So Red Velvet Lovers, here we come.
All right.